So, welcome to the Ninth Warhounds live podcast. If you're listening to this now on Anchor, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. Um, this is my second go around. I had my mic muted. I wasn't paying attention. Lots of stuff to cover. Yes, thank you, Joe. So, Dirty Joe in our chat, he did uh, or make me notice I was not recording with my voice. So that's great. We have lots of stuff to cover. Yes, the Ninth Warhounds are back. Yes, the organization is slightly different. Um, it's it's better. It's going to be better. It's always going to be better the way that they're going with things now. There are contracts to sign. There are dues to pay, and this makes sure that everyone gets what they need and what they want. So um, we're going to be covering everything gaming. We're probably going to bring some people in to talk about, their role in the Ninth Warhounds and why they want to be the Ninth Warhounds. But for right now, we're going to focus on stuff like Call of Duty, like Fortnite, because tomorrow's a big day for Fortnite. Speaking of which, Joe, if you're going to be around tomorrow for the event, let me know. It's going to be me and Justin, maybe Tim. We don't know yet, but we're going to start with Warzone. So, with the new Warzone, so mind you, I'm in a bunch of different groups with Warzone. When Warzone 2.0 came out, I was actually not available to play it. I wasn't around. I was actually out of town working. So I was watching a lot of Twitch videos of guys playing. And to me, it reminds me a lot of Escape from Tarkov in the way that you manage your equipment, things like that. So you have your multiple different backpacks, you have the different plate carriers. One feature that I'm very fascinated and happy with is the fact that when you are hitting a person who has three plates, their shield shows up a different color than if you're hitting a person with two plates, which will probably change the way that you actually approach a person after you shot them a couple times. So I do really, really appreciate that. Um, the next big thing I thought with Warzone 2.0 was the splitting of these zones. It makes it for a very interesting, you know, game. Just because do you do you try and stay in your zone? You could eliminate everyone in that zone, and all of a sudden, you're getting, you know, dinged by someone who comes through the storm through the gas. It's pretty much up in the air. Um, the one thing that it's been frustrating me with Warzone 2.0, shout out to Connor from ConCon's Canteen, another podcast who did get me my first dub. He carried us in the very end, went 1v3. But what's really frustrating me in this game is it feels like everything is for TikTok views. So there are some great dudes. I watch a couple guys that are from Optic, things like that. But you have the problem of, okay, this round I'm going to go around making funny videos about the proximity chat. And I did see one, it was kind of funny. The guy flat out in the TikTok says, I'm doing something for TikTok. And then he tricks them and kills them, whatever. I feel like that's kind of taken over, and guys are just so I run with proximity chat off. Um, then you have the people who are upset because they don't have plunder anymore. I really do like plunder just because I'm not great at BRs. I'm okay. I can hold my own for the most part. Um, but with the system the way it's set up now, plunder would be beneficial for those that like to explore the areas, go through it. That's what DMZ is supposed to be for, I assume. But the problem I have with DMZ is the AI is crazy good, crazy accurate. If you, excuse me, don't go in there with a full squad, you're not going to make it. It. Hands down, it's one of the most, and I have heard through TikTok, they are saying like, Call of Duty is skill based matchmaking. So they rumor is that the AI reacts to that as well. Now, if that's true, cool, no big deal. You don't want someone just running through, the DMZ and just tearing people up. But My thing is I mean, I haven't even explored barely any of the map. Um, like with Fortnite, it works the same way, but usually you can pick a different location, drop in, explore that area, figure out, hey, look, this is where normally a crate is. This is where you can expect people to be camping, things like that. Um, the proximity chat, again, I've seen some dudes get wins because of it, just because the guys are calling stuff out and they don't. I mean, I guess you might forget. I've seen a lot of funny videos, but for me personally, the game, while it is meant to be fun, it is serious for most of the stuff I'm thinking of. The next thing that I'm just getting frustrated with. So if you've seen my other podcast, FOMOcast, I won't mention it ever again. Just want to say, my co-host there from Tim. So when you watch these videos, when you hear the podcast, Tim is the co-host on that one. I play with him Call of Duty all the time. We played 5 or 6 rounds tonight, and I don't know if people thought we were cheating. We weren't. We were just tag teaming this one doorway, and we're communicating with each other. So if I'm watching this window, he's watching that stairway. You get some of these marksman rifles, and you're gonna start taking dudes out left and right. And so we were doing that, and then he had to get off, and we a couple people were sus. It is what it is. Lately, I've learned, for those of you who don't know, if you look and they're tagging you pretty hard, and they're a low level, like they're like level 33 to like level 70, something's fishy usually. Just keep an eye on it. If you want to report them, you report them. They go through their due diligence. But I did meet someone right after, one level after, and it was legitimately take 5 steps, they're shooting you. They're tracking you through the wall doing that. I know it's the very beginning of everything. I hope they do fix some of the glitches. Apparently, when I was playing with some of my buddies, so I don't know if you guys seen the Doctor Disrespect video. I can't remember. I think he's playing with Zlaner, and Zlaner, I believe, is Team Optic. He was in the Optic headquarters, like with the best internet, best computers, everything, and the game crashed like 10 times. And then he was making a video about how it's about something like how to respond to someone coming at you or whatever, and literally the game crashed as he was talking about it, and he's just like, just take it and throw it out the window. So there are some growing pains. I am shocked they did an event. They did do a World Cup event like right off the get go, so that was kind of cool to see. Um, they didn't they didn't really say anything about it though. It was weird. When you see something like this, you're like, oh hey, look, this is what the event's going to be. You had to literally go to this spot, click on it, go into it more to see what actually happens. Um, they gave you little vuvuzelas for charms if you lost. I ended up drawing 2 and winning 1, so that did get me um, one weapon skin that was just, or a weapon. And I don't know how you use the marksman rifle that has the side sight, whatever. I don't know, confuses the heck out of me. But yeah, I got it. And I got enough XP to take me up a level, so that was kind of cool. But again, they didn't advertise it, they didn't talk about it. And at the same time, they did just release the team skins for the operators, which they're deeming the LA Thieves the new Rose skin. If you haven't seen it, it's basically all black. It says LA Thieves. Now, mind you, the way they have it set up now, like if you play multiplayer, you pick your top 2 from each faction. So the LA Thieves character on the one faction is actually got some white, so you're not hiding as much. But they're saying it's the next version of Rose. So if you're out there and you see it, it's $9.99. I think it's one of those ones you have to pay cash for. But everyone's got it. Literally, I'm seeing them everywhere. But I have been having fun with Call of Duty. I have seen some TikToks. I guess they said that it's made for people like me, my age. It's made for the people who played the original Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. They said that's what it's basically made for. But there are a lot of like just flaws across the board. I mean, when you it literally, I think one of the people I was playing with said that it's every 7 to 8 rounds the game crashes. And then I actually got stuck in a scan and repair loop. So basically, game crashed. It says scan and repair, and I've done it before, but I did it this time, and then it shut everything off. It shut the game off, shut the launcher off, did its thing, came back, nothing. Goes right back to scan and repair. So I actually had to remove it and reinstall the game, which was frustrating because my buddy was playing. I lost some XP tokens, whatever. You have it. That's why I got the Mountain Dew Zero, got the codes in the boxes. But overall, I'm very happy. There are some frustrations, like I said, when you're sitting there and you're just getting hacked on and hacked on and hacked on. And you can tell what's crazy is what I've realized in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is that when you run into someone that's hacking hard, like they've got two people on a team where they're just there's no chance. Like you're getting shot through walls, all that kind of stuff. They don't. We've been playing kill confirm because that's the one best way to use your XP. Um, they never win. So, and you can tell because when you're seeing someone and they have, I expect. So let's say you have 20 kills. I would suggest you probably should have like 10 kill confirms. I'm not. Sometimes you get killed before you can get it. Sometimes um, you just don't. You just can't get to it, or someone grabs it before stuff happens. But when you see they've got 25 kills and they have like 3 confirms and 0 denies, they're doing something fishy. Um, Now, I will tell people sometimes there are people that can hit just great shots. And you got to see some of these people that do the TikToks where like, oh, they do a 360 shot. You don't see all the ones they missed. You don't see every time they jumped and got killed. That's actually the new one I've seen, the new trend where they show a guy doing like a sick trick, doing a spin, and then they're getting shot out of the air and they don't have a chance. So I'm going to give Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer probably um, a month or so more to see if they make any changes. I do know they did bring back the original Warzone. It's called Warzone Caldera, Warzone Pacific, I think. All it has on there is the Caldera map. It does not have Plunder, no Rebirth Island. Excuse me. No Fortune's Keep. So I don't know. I feel like they took it away to force everyone to play Warzone 2. Um, I know a lot of people don't like Warzone 2. I will say I feel like some of the stuff has been buffed, some of it's been weakened. Um, and I will say my buddy Tim did play with me. He doesn't play BRs normally. And, like we didn't do great, but we didn't do bad either. So there's always that. And I mean, with every Call of Duty game, the first 2, 3 months, it always feels like things are kind of out of whack. They just released the Warzone at the same time, basically, as they did the game. So we'll see what happens. But I will report back and see, the next podcast we do, what does happen with that. Now, Fortnite, I mean, I was just watching some stuff. I didn't see too many streamers, but it feels like, I don't know, they they tried so hard with the no build mode, and then now we get the notification that they're going to be doing um what do they call it? It's going to be first person mode. So they're basically Call of Duty mode, and uh, I mean, I do appreciate what they're doing because technically they could just say no, we're not going to make any adjustments, we're not going to change anything. They are trying to bring people in. I know my buddy Tim does play no build mode with it when we're doing it, so tomorrow we're shooting for it. Joe, who is in chat right now, if you're watching with us live, um you actually probably would see it'll show up over here when he does talk on the YouTube channel. But we'll have a good quad going tomorrow at 1. It is a different experience when you do a live event because most of the times you can't die. A long day. But Fortnite State, I don't know. I haven't played in a month. It seems like a lot of my friends haven't played in a month. And it's not even, obviously it's the holidays, things get tighter, things get, a little bit more difficult to focus on. So I get it. It's no big deal to me. But I will say there are a lot of opportunities for Fortnite to kind of swoop in, and because, I've dealt with a lot less hackers in Fortnite than I've ever done in Modern Warfare 2 or any Call of Duty game. I mean, there's guys on Facebook Gaming because Facebook Gaming doesn't have the same code of conduct as Twitch does. So Facebook Gaming, they have dudes that go on there and legitimately just create new accounts and they hack. That's what their gimmick is people watch them hack. And it's frustrating because, you know, Fortnite, they always was more childish, it's more kid like, whatever, but I did have a lot of fun playing it. A lot of fun. When I first started, I get threatened. You know what I mean? Uh, I they made some threats. Little kids, they don't know what they're saying, but just because I wouldn't have a mic on, and I just don't play with the mic when I'm by myself. So we're gonna see what happens with this event. The last one was a lot of fun. This one should be along the same lines, and then we also should get some sort of idea of what's going to happen. I advise anyone, if you do want to get into Fortnite, do Google on YouTube or search on YouTube for any kind of video that has like the history of Fortnite, because the last event it helped me a lot because I knew who certain people were, even though I started later in the story. So I think this is my like fourth full season that I'm playing. I played this time, so I finished the battle pass. And that was kind of like it for me. Um, I'm gonna try and get back into it tomorrow for a little bit beforehand, just to, I don't know, to make everything, feel more fluid and get back into the motion of everything, because you do pull shoots different in Warzone, all that kind of stuff. So, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about, I haven't played it yet, but I'm thinking of going. Um, so they have a new game that just came out. I just saw the commercial for the first time on Thanksgiving, called the Callisto Protocol. Looks like a space adventure, and the thing that drew it to me a lot was the fact that um, they basically have, it was Josh Duhamel that played like he was the motion capture or something, like it was his face in the ad. Shows him on a planet, aliens everywhere. But I did want to say that's something that I'm looking forward to because it looks like, you know something amazing. um, if you are looking for that game, I know it's in the Epic Game Store, but always look, Steam, Epic Game Store, for um, so many free games are coming out right now. I know they're pushing Star Wars stuff because um, they have Jedi Survivor, which is going to, I think it's the sequel to the um, Fallen Jedi. Is it Fallen Jedi? I can't remember the name of it. The last game. Um, I'm stoked for that because I loved that game. I'll probably try and do a playthrough on Twitch, which, we'll see what happens. But um, yeah, for the most part, there's not much other gaming stuff going on. I always feel like the end of the year is Call of Duty. I will say there were fears. So the rumors that were out there were that there was not going to be another Call of Duty game next year, that there was going to be a substantial addition or adding to Modern Warfare 2 as well as Warzone 2. But someone leaked that basically there will be a separate complete game in 2023. So we don't know what's going on. I know that this game has done a lot better than Vanguard did, even though I enjoyed Vanguard. Um, I know because of my favorite was World at War. It's very similar to Vanguard. But because of that, I don't know if it did so good. They're like, hey, look, let's just build off this because I know plenty of people who'd be willing to pay extra money for more content on more Modern Warfare 2 than they would be to actually buy a brand new game. So, fingers crossed. Make sure you get your Mountain Dew products to get your bonus items. There is a character you can get if you get, I think it's the boxes. So I don't know, think it matters what size, but you can get. That's why I got the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. That's what I'm drinking right now. But it also has the code on the inside, so that's what you want to look for. Um, if you guys do have any recommendations on games that you want to see played or you have been playing and want someone to review or talk about, we are going to get more into the competitive side of stuff soon once we start adding more people to our roster. Um, we're hoping to get as many competitive gamers and casual gamers, streamers, you name it. We want everyone in the Ninth Warhounds to share in the fun and share in the prosperity because a lot of times you get people who put a lot of work in and people put no work in, and basically you're not going to be successful. You're only going to be successful as your weakest link. So we're trying to be more selective. There is an application process. Do look for in the links below in the video on YouTube as well as in anchor.fm. There will be a link to our website where you can actually join the forum. There's no requirements for that, and then you can go through that for the application process. Everything is explained in detail about why we're doing what we're doing and how we're doing what we're doing, because it is very important that you understand what we have going on in this organization, just because it's different, and I actually like this different. This one's making me happy that hopefully it's going to make things last. So I want to thank everyone who's come through live, everyone watching us on YouTube, and thank you to everyone who is listening right now on anchor.fm. So I want to thank you guys all for coming through. Like I said, links below. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on anchor.fm, make sure you share. And then if you want to give me a follow here on the Twitch, I'm probably going to have access to the Ninth Warhounds Twitch account. So I probably will go live from there. Or maybe just have them host me on that. So we'll see what happens. But thank you guys all again, and we'll see you guys next time.